No matter their size or where they fall, every raindrop has a place in the evolution of a garden, just as each of our experiences has an influence in the unfolding of ourselves. Sometimes that moisture flows to specific spots, and we are happy for it to be there. And yet, along with those ripe moments are the ones in which erosion occurs, as well as periods of drought as a part of the whole movement. In our real-time processing, though, what comfortably reverberates in our thoughts and feelings are the views of those unwanted marks and subsequently the roots that invade our plots as the results of those things. We are, after all, used to the habit of holding items within ourselves as we always have. And it is often harder to let go of how we carry that noise than it is to actually release what has happened on our journeys. We can't change what we surround with the sound of silence because its very presence implies that we are defined by the F word known as failure. And if that weight breathes within us, even our hope won't believe in our ability to defeat any kind of a dragon. Somewhere along the way, we quietly transformed from the understanding that contact with negative events is a part of our training to thinking that we are stuck with the materials of missteps and unhappy feelings with no method through, despite having done so many times before. We don't live in the yesterdays, but we have existed in them. And to find what we think we have lost in those details of our stories, we have to recognize that our previous practices actually did serve our objectives. However, since we are no longer there, we now have to repurpose that old love for ourselves into a new love that will work for us today. The goal isn't some location or an item around the bend or to only be in the sun, but rather for us to be the glimmer in the weeds, the shelters in the storms, and the reasons why flowers even exist. Remember, there is room in the garden for everything because seeds need nourishment from all of the different pieces of their ecosystem. And even though we don't like it, that magic happens to be the same activity that occurs in the revealing of our beauty as well. In a story of time, the development of our gardens has an ebb and flow. But the vibe of our happiness relies upon our showing up with our color of love in the moments where what has been planted is hidden in the shadows of its messiness and the creases of its destruction. Have the best day possible for you. Love always, Hevel.